Hi, superstars. Thank you for joining me in this video. Hope you're good. Hope you're fine. Okay, so I was almost disappointed this weekend. A friend of mine from the university, we were in the same faculty but a different department, was signing out of bachelorhood, and I needed to be there. The reason is because he was not just a friend. His sister was my very good friend. We're in the same department and we did most things together. Most times we went for lectures together, sat under the same lectures, took same exams. We worked together. We were good friends in the university. So I needed to be there. Apart from that, I also looked forward to seeing some very, very good old colleagues. We met most of them like more than 10 years ago last. So when I heard of the wedding, I was like, okay, it's an opportunity to get to meet some of those old faces I used to see back then. So I was excited actually about the wedding. I like sort of started searching for what I'll wear. I had this clothes I had started sewing. Okay, I sew as well. I had started sewing, but because of lots of things to do, I couldn't finish it. The hand was still left. So when I got the news, I like sat on my machine, started attaching the hand. So I was excited and looked forward to it. But I didn't know how I'll get to the wedding. I didn't know because the wedding was to be held in a local government, like 45 minutes, 1 hour drive from Akwa Ibom State. So I didn't know how I'll get to the wedding, but I looked forward to being there. So a few days to the wedding, while in the market, I stumbled on another old colleague. I was like, ah, she called me. Oh, I didn't even see her. She was like, ID. She called me ID. I was like, which other ID do we have in the market? I sort of looked around. She called me Don Estinian. I said, it can't be a coincidence. We can't have two Don Estinian on the same place at the same time. So I looked around and I was like, wow. I walked up to her, hugged her, we gisted. So I then asked her, are you going for Aquapark's wedding? She said, yes, she's going, but she won't drive. I was like, then how are you going? She said, that another colleague was going to drive. I was like, please, please, I would love to go with you people. She said, okay. We exchanged contacts, and the next day I called her. How far have you communicated with the other people? She was like, yes, they said they'll go and you can join. Okay, but she will keep reminding them. Few days too, I kept she called back. She was very, very nice. She kept communicating with me. But on the day of the wedding, the contact she gave me did not pick. So I was like panicking. I now reached out to another colleague on Facebook. I was like, how far are you going for Aquapark's wedding? He said, he's out of town. Oh. That he forgot. I was like, hey, it's about to happen. Oh. This wedding I have prepared my clothes, my shoe. In fact, I'm so excited about meeting people. I was like meeting people already in my mind. So, and now, few minutes after the call, the lady now picked, oh, where are you? Okay, can you meet us at so place? I was so excited. I now rushed down there. We hugged, we exchanged pleasantries. After so many years, we met again. And you know, ladies, when we met, they started doing makeup. So we spent few hours dressing up, doing makeup and all that before we finally started on our journey. Okay, so we didn't know the actual location of the wedding. And so a friend had to send us directions by Google Map. So we drove the journey was quite peaceful actually. We drove And about 10 minutes to our final destination, there was a roundabout. And rather than go straight, we diverted to our right because that was what Google Maps said. Oh. We diverted to our right. And while we were driving for like 10 minutes on that road, another friend was like, have we even confirmed if we are on the right track? We should ask if we're on the right track. When we're just about to, the car suddenly stopped. And my friend tried and parked by the wayside. We tried starting the car again. It will like tick, tick, and stop. We tried several times. So she called a mechanic. The mechanic said she should try and fire the engine. It gave one funny sound. We told her, hey, stop, stop. And one man was just by the wayside observing us. He now approached us and was like, what is it? We told him, this is what happened. Oh, we've tried kicking, it's not starting and all that. So he like looked, he didn't have any knowledge of the whole thing. But while we were there, another guy on a bike stopped. He was like, what is happening? We told him, he said he drives a truck, so he has few basic knowledge about cars. So he like touched our battery. He said the battery was okay. It's not battery. He checked all other things, the oil, everything. So he said he thinks it's an electrical fault. He now went. He offered to go and bring an electrician. He said he's from that community, but he came to do business. So he now offered to go and get a mechanic. So the mechanic came and did one or two. We found out while troubleshooting, I forgot that I am a content creator. Can you imagine? Problem. I- What happened made me forget that I'm a content creator. I should have made videos of while we were trying to troubleshoot to find out what really happened. But I forgot. I had to walk over a few miles away from there to get engine oil for the car. The mechanic worked on the pedal and also worked on the fan belt. He found out the fan belt was wearing off and had wound on the lining of the stuff. So whenever we like start, it will jump and won't allow the car rotate really. So he started unwinding the loose parts that had wound round. He used knife. We collected knife from one restaurant around there. He unwound it, did a few things. There was something he did with super glue somewhere. I can't really tell. But at that point, all the excitement, all the fun we were looking forward to, everything, all the shakara, everything just vanished. Our major concern was, Lord, may we not sleep in this place we don't know. Make a way for us, create a way of escape. So somehow the guy was able to do it and like started the car started. We were like, hey, Jesus, Igwe. So the guy took us to his workshop and did a few other things then. Well, you know what? The testimony is that the guy that the first guy we met, when we offered him money, he said, no, please don't worry. You people should drive safe, be careful. God will take you people back to your destination safely. And the guy that used his bike to go and get a mechanic, all we did was give him just 500 naira and he was so excited. And the mechanic himself, we didn't spend so much. I think we gave him 1,000 naira and he was so excited. And the testimony in this thing is that while we were going, all of us in the car, I was thinking that the ladies were going to like grumble or feel sad or feel disheartened, but they all saw the faithfulness of God. One person was like, what if we had we didn't mistakenly divert into that road, what would have happened? Because the main road itself, while we were going, we realized there was no mechanic on that road. It was a very dry, quiet road. What if we had entered the original road and the car got stopped? What would we have done? How would we have gotten a mechanic? But look at what God did. God diverted us into that road, and the car stopped in front of a man who was ready to help and brought other people who helped and knew a mechanic that could solve our problem. So in the car, I saw women who were grateful to God. They were like, Lord, I thank you. If it had not been for you, if it was not you, what would we have done? It is you that brought us this way. I thank you. Thank you for making a way. Thank you for creating a way of escape. And what if that car did not spoil at that time? Was not faulty at that time? What if it was faulty when we were heading back in the night? And probably all the mechanics would have closed and gone home. We would have been stranded in an unknown place in the night. But it happened at a time we could see, we could meet the right people that could solve our problems. And one of them quoted a scripture from the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28. It says, "And we know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord." Yes, it worked together for our good. Initially, we were feeling bad, like, why did we enter the wrong way? Why did we divert into the wrong way? Look at how far we have come. But at the end of the day, God opened our eyes to see that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. It worked together for our good. The car was fixed. It didn't develop any fault when we were going back at night. We got to Uyo late in the night, around 7 p.m., past 7 p.m. What if it got faulty in the night? What would we have done? Who would have helped us out at that time? So, all things indeed work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So, after the car was fixed, we went for the wedding, and funny enough, the wedding didn't start until we got there. That was when the main action started. We met and greeted old colleagues, we laughed, and I was so happy seeing most of my colleagues in good shape, alive, well. Most of them who were slim were now looking very robust, and men, no longer guys, men and women. I was so happy. Don't worry, my superstars. I'll do a full video of what happened right there. But this is to say that all things indeed work together for the good of them that love the Lord. In everything you go through, trust me, it is for good. You may not see it right now, but at the end of it, or towards the end of it, you realize that all things work together for good. And I'm here to thank God for taking us down there safe and alive, back in good shape, in good condition. I want to also appreciate my friends who who took me in their car down there, and they made the whole journey fun and exciting. My old colleague back then, she took real good care of us. She gave us drinks, food, small chops. We had a great time bonding together after so many years. And I'm so excited. Okay, wait. If you have not subscribed and you're listening to this story right now, please take a second and hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button so this family can grow. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell for notifications whenever there's a new video. All right, my superstars, look at how far God has brought us. He keeps increasing us every day. I return all glory to Him, and I also want to appreciate you. Thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you for sharing the link of this channel with your friends and family. I appreciate you. Mwah. That's for you. Until our next video, always and always remember that I love you.